right, so this one is OmitByType. We're going to take a T and then pick a set of properties whose types are not assignable to you, which is the second property. So let's take the and made by Yingsang Meta, again, the kind of a prolific author of some of these challenges. So OmitByType, we take in model, we pass in Boolean, and we are removing the things that are assignable to Boolean. So I think we had PickByType a minute ago. Let me grab it. Where would you start? Like, what's your thought process on something like this? Here's PickByType.
Yeah, this sounds very similar to to that one, right? So I think I would probably adapt that. So I think we could just do is that right? Just we need to
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Sorry, we just have type twice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Wait, what happened here? Oh, sorry. You must have. I didn't realize you pasted something. My bad. I screwed it up. Great.
Okay. Does that work?
Yeah, that works.
We don't need to do anything crazy with your like copy.
No.
Awesome.
No, not in this case. So it's pretty simple. I mean, I think it's cool because it shows the pick and omit are like sort of parallel tracks. They do the same type of job, but they do the opposite thing. They're like a partitioning operation, and one does one side of the partition and one does the other. But yeah, that's it. So I hope, and I didn't find any alternatives really on this one either. So if anyone's underwhelmed by this video, just go watch again the one if you haven't seen it yet, PickByType, and we talk a little more about it. But I don't think there's like a whole lot left to say on this one. This is a sort of a short one that complements the first.
I mean, I have like a crazy way to do this. If you want to do that. So I think I mentioned this earlier. I'm just like copy pasting this from my blog. So there's these unionize and objectify types. So let me just paste them in. So the idea here is that you can go from an object type to a union. So like, let's try unionizing one like model as the first example. So this converts it to a union of key value pairs, right?
Definitely.
And so then we can use what is it, like exclude, I think is what we want here. So that excludes anything in that union that's assignable to v Boolean. So now we've removed the v Boolean.
Yep, I see what you did.
And then we can do the inverse mapping and go back to unionize it. And oops, no, the inverse is objectify. So hey, there you go. So
perfect.
So yeah, I guess if we want to, make this work for what is it, OmitByType?
Yep. Here, and I'll comment the original.
So we can just adapt this and
here we're going off the screen here. I'll just like
yeah, I mean, I guess this does need to be an object type. That's true. So yeah, does that work?
Yeah, that works.
It works.
Yeah, passes.
Great.
That's really cool. Yeah,
so,
we have.
I don't know. I mean, like, it's like crazy in this case. You should probably just use the this trick of reassigning the property to never in a map type. But before that was a feature in TypeScript, this was the only way to do it. And I think the point of this is that TypeScript gives you a lot more tools for working with union types than it does for working with object types. And so, like the important one here is that this exclude built-in works on unions.
Yeah.
And so sometimes mapping from an object to a union of key value properties is useful because you have more flexibility in that space than you do in the space of objects. So
yeah,
sometimes this trick is still useful, but
this is
it's useful a lot less often than it was before there was this feature.
We haven't recorded it yet, but there's a challenge called tag, and it's basically teaching this way of doing it is very useful to understand. And there's a couple, not many, but there are a couple of the challenges that do something a little like this. I really like this way of going about it because it makes it really clear that we're kind of like converting into a intermediate structure so that we can do some work, and then when we do the work, we'll come back.
Yeah. I don't know if you've ever had Titian on your show, but I learned this. You should have him at some point. I learned this trick from asking a Stack Overflow question, which was whether there was a way to precisely type the _.invert method, which like swaps the keys and values.
Yep.
And this is a way you can do it. I think there's easier ways now, but this was originally the only way to do it.
Yeah, that's funny. There is a challenge that does exactly that. There's like this challenges. There's 140 TypeScript challenges now, or 50 or something like that. So there's one that does exactly that, switching positions of keys and values in an object. Yeah, cool. I love it. Thanks for adding that. That was really, really neat and very unique. So awesome. So we're done with this series. Let's go on to something a little bit different just for a second anyway.